r/AskReddit, fighters of Reddit, what simple tips do you have for people with no fighting experience? Okay, here's some basic tips. Tuck your chin in and guard your head with your arms when you're being hit. Throw short, straight punches, don't wind it up. Thumb on the outside of your fist. Don't grab your nose if they hit it, just hit them back. You'll probably get hit in the solar plexus, this will most likely wind you. Don't be afraid to wear some steel-toed boots to do some bal folk dancing. But most importantly, don't get into fights if you don't know how to or won't win the fight. Don't forget about keeping your mouth closed so you won't break your jaw if it gets hooked or accidentally bite your tongue off. Putting a little pressure on your jaws locks them and makes sure your tongue isn't in the way. In addition to just closing your mouth. Military unarmed combat, aka combatives, instructor here with a few simple suggestions. 1. Don't fight unless you are left with absolutely no other survivable option. 2. Use any and all means at your disposal, cars, rocks, chairs, sporting equipment, whatever. 3. If the person tries to go toe-to-toe or start swinging, close the distance quickly and take them to the ground. 4. Go for the sensitive areas, push eyeballs in, deliver elbows to the throat and strikes to crotch, break individual fingers backwards, or simply grab their head/neck and crank it as hard as you can in any direction, all in order to create 5. A real chance of retreat. If you get one, take it immediately. Bottom line, avoid a fair, i.e. mutually unarmed, fight at all costs, but if you cannot possibly avoid it, quickly take steps to incapacitate and or distract your opponent while you vacate. The military undertone here is that you are vacating to go get your rifle and or buddies to come back and finish the job, but that doesn't apply to this hypothetical situation. Man, the military fights dirty. Step 6, take cover and call in an airstrike. Don't get into a fight if you don't know how to fight. This seemed really reasonable at first. But the top comment currently is: do not take fighting advice from Redditors, holy shit. So now I'm off to get into as many fights as possible. Nice try though, Redditor. Well, wait a minute, the top comment is also a Redditor, and it seems he is giving fighting advice, so should we ignore him as well and do everything that is said in this thread? Fornicate you and fornicate your paradox. I'm getting out of here before this thread implodes. Do not take fighting advice from Redditors, holy shit. Throw up your hands, yell tiger claws, then kick him in the dick. 1. Act crazy. People don't hit crazy folks. Shit yourself to really sell it. 2. Focus your chi into your fingertips and perform kata number 7. 3. Consult the scanner before you decide to fight that guy yourself. 4. Only drunken tiger stance can defeat his mantis style. 5. Show more cleavage. 6. Jacket on, jacket off. 7. Put your arms above your head to make yourself look bigger. 8. Target the glowing eye with the bow and arrow, then use hookshot to get onto the ceiling and perform a sword strike from above. 9. Lay down a trap card in defense mode. You are most wise and honorable. Honestly. That you suck at fighting and the only way to get better at it is to do it. There are things you can get better at by reading about, and there are things you can only get better at by physically practicing. Fighting is one of those things. If you do get in a fight, one of two things will happen. You will fight someone with no experience. This will be an awkward, short, and exhausting experience. It will not be as cool as you think. Someone will fall down. The good news is that you both suck so much you can't really hurt each other, maybe a black eye or something. You will fight someone who knows how to fight. You will get completely destroyed. You need to get up off the ground, realize you're going to take some shots doing it, and run. You are fornicated, it is up to the other guy to decide how badly he wants to hurt you. Get out of there. It's like fornicating, read all the goddamn tips you want, your first time is still going to be a mess. Best case scenario is that you're in there with someone else as clueless as you. It's like fornicating, size matters, kinda. Everyone has a plan, till they get hit in the face. Maybe getting hit in the face was my plan. If you're a woman facing a larger attacker, what's the best way to distract/break away in order to run? I am not a fighter, but I am not naive enough to think that I may never be in danger. Actually fight back. Do anything rather than nothing. Most people when confronted with a situation hugely outside of their comfort zone freak out and give up. Easier said than done, to be honest. This isn't really talked about a lot. Scream loudly. Don't stop. As much noise as possible. Maintain distance, always stay far enough away you cannot be grabbed. 10 feet minimum, it can happen quick. Fight dirty if you're being grabbed, always keep moving, constantly look for an exit. Eye gouge, make a fist and use your thumbs, if they're pushing in close. Knee the balls. Never assume you've got some death touch and he's going to stop. You need those 2 to 3 seconds where someone goes oh fuck and stops attacking you to get up and start fucking running as fast as you can. The longer the fight goes, the more like you are to get too hurt to escape. It's bad news honestly, the upside is that most attackers are looking for an easy target. Best policy is to not get there in the first place, sensible situation management where you're A, not alone, and B, if alone, always in public view. The worst part is that women are taught not to offend people, so they engage in risky behavior like letting someone get too close to them when their gut says run. If you're alone at night, fuck offending someone, trust your instincts. I'm an amateur MMA fighter, just a few tips for people untrained. Punching, straight punches, thumb outside and under. Don't let it stick out. Wrist straight. Aim for something softer than your hand to avoid the risk of breaking it if possible. Kicks, if you don't know how to kick a human hard, then don't. If you screw up you can easily end up on the ground. I would recommend against kicking even for people who train TKD, except for knee shots. Ground, quite possibly will end up here. Stay on top, pick your shots. Elbows work well here. BJJ works great in a gym, but on a sidewalk it hurts like hell. Aiming, common misconception is to aim for the balls. Most males by age 16 has been hit in the balls repeatedly. We have developed reflex to defend it. Solar plexus, knees, and throat. Throw elbows if you get in close. Last notes, avoid fighting, if you do fight, fight dirty, and watch out for his friends. Edit. In case my intent was missed, this is advice if you don't know how to fight. If you have trained in BJJ, Muay Thai, MMA, Sansu, Krav Maga, Sambo, etc., you are not the target market. Ignore this and do what you have trained to do. Seriously, a lot of it is about your mindset. I'm not a boxer or anything, but I've been in a fair amount of fights. I was always a small guy, 5 feet 10 inches, 160, but not till I was almost 22. Most people don't want to fight, outside of a ring. Take into consideration your opponent's attitude and use it against them. A lot of times for me, they're going to be overconfident due to them being bigger. Most fights are really, really short, even when they feel like they drag on forever. A guy whose GFI pissed off caught me off guard and threw me against a wall, then spread his arms out in a tough guy stance while getting in my face. He was a good 4 inches taller. Headbutt to the nose. Wasn't even a fight. Don't do stupid things. Keep calm. The last altercation I got into was with my own brother. You tend to fight harder with people you know. More emotion, I guess. He is also pretty large in comparison. He picked up a baseball bat, aluminum, thank God, and it pissed me off so much that I bitch slapped him as hard as I could. I lost that fight, really fast. In those cases, get out of the situation. I almost died. 4 fractures of the skull, ear bones all broken, swollen brain. I couldn't form words for 3 months. I was a fucking idiot. Don't be emotional. Make logical, balanced choices. 99% of the time, that choice should be not to fight. Run. If you can't run, rip their ear off. Learn how to run. In a ring. Hands up, chin down. On the street. Run. You have been blessed by a boxing kangaroo, god of Australia, and boxing. Like, comment, and subscribe to have Boxing Kangaroo grant you natural 20s on all your boxing roles. Also, comment on what you want my next video to be on.